together. What about dragons?
Shadiversity.
Good morning.
Morning. I think we need a new Boromir. His brains are coming out. Why aren't you wearing your armour?
Oh, but I am wearing armour.
Under armour?
Well, it's funny, that is a brand that we have reviewed, but I'm actually wearing as much armour as you, technically.
Nah.
Nah?
Nah.
Because you're wearing your brig.
I'm wearing my brig.
You're wearing your brig.
And I got a gambeson underneath.
Okay, the gambeson might pull...
And these are plates. So
Plates?
It's different.
It's different. So, what you might not be able to tell, I am actually wearing a complete chainmail shirt under my clothing. And I wanted to test this ever since we did our video on what are some practical things you could do to protect yourself with the rise of certain types of crime, specifically knife and machete crime. We did a video on it.
Yep.
Practical explanation, and in that video we talk about you can actually get some gambesons which offer pretty darn good protection and still look somewhat stylish.
Yes.
I want to explore that further, and so I've already reached out to Steel Mastery, and it turns out they're actually working with a new material that's rated to, I think, like N7, but it's not ready yet.
Yeah.
So when it is, we're going to get a gambeson made out of that to test to see if it offers viable protection. But in that video, I also posit you could actually wear chainmail.
Yes.
Under your clothing.
Now, so far, I would say the best one that we've had is the kind of that like little zip-up vest that had all of the carbon fiber and Kevlar plates.
Yes.
Incredibly light, really slimming as well. Can go under most jackets and really protective for what it is, but there were some defense problems with it. Top of the shoulders, underneath the arms, down here.
Sides.
It had a couple of vulnerable spots.
That was one of the concerns, because if someone was determined to attack you, having a side, strike, a stab, right in the ribs is a prime target, and those stab-proof jackets had no protection there.
Yeah.
And so the question is, well, there is a type of flexible, wearable armor that actually covers your whole torso, and it's the old school stuff. We're talking about chainmail here.
I'm personally not the biggest fan of it. Like we're specifically talking about in like modern wearing, like out down the street like this.
Like this.
The reason why is it's a big metal conductor on your body, and it steals away your heat or radiates heat depending what type of environment.
That.
Yeah, because you only just put it on.
But no, I'm wearing a shirt on the bottom layer, which is the insulation layer, and also to prevent pinching, then the chainmail, then regular shirt over top. And by the way, if you're interested in shirts, Shadiversity shirts, we got the classic ones, and we've also relaunched the shirts with a new brand, really high quality, new prints as well, including the new Shadiversity logo, which I think just looks brilliant. And seriously, some awesome sword culture kind of shirts. If you're a cultured man, check out some of these shirts. We'll have a link in the description. Classic old ones like What About Dragons, like I'm wearing now, as well as new designs. And so you can wear perfectly normal casual shirts over top, and it's completely seamless.
Yes.
You can't tell.
Couple of problems though. It's heavy.
All right, I'm going to give you all my feedback on what it's like wearing this and walking around with it.
I wasn't finished. Also, you're ruining both of those shirts right now.
I don't think so.
You've got metal rubbing and oil rubbing on between both layers.
I preempted you here on that, Tyranth. There's no oil on this chainmail.
Great, then it rusts. Good job.
No.
Yes.
It's stainless steel. This is a stainless steel chainmail shirt. I specifically got it for those exact reasons.
Okay.
Checkmate! Booyah!
No, that's fine. That's fine.
That's a good answer.
That is a good answer.
Yeah.
It still ruins both of the shirts.
The bottom layer, maybe, not the top layer.
Both.
If I get off right, this jacket, there's nothing, damaging the shirt that you'll wear.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying that it's great. It's chainmail. It's going to protect you from a lot of things. But I think the trade-off, personally for me, where I make the distinction, is the reason why I like the carbon fiber Kevlar plate a bit more is because it offers that structural rigidity. So against like stabs, things like that, and even slashes, you aren't going to feel a lot of it with that because you don't have any of the gambeson padding underneath. It's gonna hurt.
Like, you could get punched and winded with this. There's no like padded layer, though chainmail will actually block a little bit, but not most of that blunt force. Now, there's a bit of a trade-off.
It is.
It is. And that's kind of the balance that you would choose for yourself, what you prefer. Because there are options out there, but this is the reality. An actual chainmail vest, and that's what this is. This isn't a shirt, it's a vest. It has no sleeves, but it covers the shoulders and the sides, is unironically a viable option for self-defense against knives and machetes. It is actually practical and wearable, with the caveats and trade-offs that we're going to explain in this video. It's not like it's beats them all.
Yeah. I would actually say, all right, so I've already said that I personally probably wouldn't go with it, but funnily enough, I would recommend it. No, I would. The reason why is because, first off, we've spoken about this in a couple of like videos and stuff like that, is chainmail is actually a lot easier to get than the carbon fiber Kevlar.
Stab-proof jackets,
those are illegal in a lot of places. Chainmail can be considered LARP, it can be considered like, armor and stuff like that. So it actually doesn't sit in the same sort of categories. And even a badly made chainmail like vest is pretty good. Even if butted mail is not real armor, but again, we get into that thing where it could actually protect you from a knife.
Yeah. Well, this is actually riveted chainmail, stainless steel, which I think is actually pretty cool for this application specifically. Usually stainless steel might look too bright if you're wanting story actually, but this actually has the right look to it. It's like it's been darkened a little bit. And it's one of the more affordable options. There are some expensive retailers that they cost quite a bit. This is, I would guess, made in India, and it's from a website. I think it's All Best Gear, All the Best Gear, All Best Place, something like that. I'll put the link in the description. And they have some interesting, affordable stuff there. Not the highest quality in terms of its refinement, because I also ordered a helmet, and the helmet's good enough. It's pretty good, it's battle grade, and it's affordable. It's
LARP made, but the thickness is battle ready. That's how I would describe that.
Well, should we do a video on it? That, exclusive video.
Exclusive, yeah.
We'll do an exclusive on this new helmet I got, and if you want, and we'll review it, talk about it, give you close-ups, and it's actually a pretty cool looking helmet. And if you want access to not only that exclusive video, but all the exclusive content that we have here on Shadiversity, all you need to do is sign up on Subscribestar, Patreon, or channel memberships. You can sign up for as little as $1 a month. And I would love to have made this helmet video for YouTube generally, but that's the type of video that YouTube buries and that doesn't, justify the cost in making it. But it's our supporters that justify us still making the content content like this that you love, and we can still give to you guys. All right.
So let's go back to, because we've obviously done a full video. It was a huge video testing chainmail and butted mail. So I'm going to be cutting in clips of all of that because it's all really pertinent. Yes. And that's where I think we get into why I would recommend specifically mail more for the average everyday person is availability. You're probably going to be able to get it. Bad mail is definitely better than nothing. And I would even probably put it as a tier higher than, remember that shirt we had? Like the cut-proof shirt?
Oh, yeah. But I would actually put this higher than gambeson.
Yeah.
And that's important. Like, gambeson offers really good protection, but its weakness is stabs. And again, the trade-off. You would probably get hurt with a blunt force more wearing just this simple chain shirt than you would with a nice thick gambeson. But you would still survive, right? Where gambeson, you would be more comfortable wearing that. But when it comes to stabs, that's gambeson's weak point, and chainmail can be surprisingly resistant against stabs. You'll feel it, and sometimes the tip of whatever will still stick you because it gets through the middle of the links, but it prevents a lethal stab.
Yeah, so that's where I put these on the tier list. I'd probably put gambeson as gambeson is great.
It's great.
Wear it as a jacket. It's cool. It's fine. But then,
does my jacket count as a gambeson?
No,
but it's another layer at least.
Close. Then when we get to, I would probably put like butted stainless steel mail would probably be above gambeson. Then I'd probably put riveted mail, stainless steel.
Stainless steel.
Then I would go riveted mail, like actual proper
carbon,
steel.
because, well, I mean, I don't actually know
Yes,
if stainless steel would be stronger or weaker.
It's weaker. I had to break the links. They were very easy to break.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like they weren't nothing, but it was very easy, relatively speaking. And then on top of that, I'd put like plate. You know, plate is great stuff.
Would you wear that under your jacket?
This?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would. Like in a desperate, you need protection kind of situation.
I really like this brig because it form fits absolutely perfect.
That's what's great about Brigandines, the form on it.
It's gorgeous. So I could actually put like a jacket over this and it would be all good.
Now, I should mention, I can't remember the exact price of this chainmail vest I'm wearing, but I was in the couple hundred range, like I think 200 to 300-ish, which isn't unreasonable, and it's a lot more affordable than a lot of other places I saw. And the quality, honestly, perfectly fine. This is actually pretty decent riveted mail, and for it being stainless steel, no issue with needing to rust or oil to get on your fingers, mess or anything like that. Makes it very wearable. All right, but now we get to some of the more pros and cons, because we mentioned good protection, but there is already a pro and con versus blunt force. You'll feel it, but it is more protective against stabs. Now we get to the main thing. I think that, like, how comfortable is it? How wearable is it in a practical sense? It depends what you're willing to put up with, okay? So I'm wearing this right now, and I can actually say this is more comfortable than my foam Brigandine. And my foam Brigandine is vastly more comfortable than my metal Brigandine. And so the comfort level on this is actually kind of shocking. I'm surprised, but there is a caveat with that. It is more fatiguing to wear because it is heavier.
Right.
So the weight isn't a discomfort. I have worn backpacks where the straps dig into the shoulders more than this chain shirt. Now, we have B-roll of how form-fitting this chain shirt is. I specifically paid attention to the circumference of my chest and got one that was right on the line. If I got any lower than this, it would be too tight. So this is very form-fitting, but as a result, the weight's distributed really nicely.
Right, okay. So, like we said, this one here is a steel Brigandine, and I've had to wear this for long hours in lots of different weather types. Like on a day today, it's quite chilly today. It's actually quite cold today. This is gorgeous. I love it. Fantastic. But on a warmer day, this kills you. This keeps all of the moisture and heat in, and it starts to cook you. Something like this is, I think, fine, but again, this is where I personally think that the carbon fiber Kevlar mix is better, because it's a lot lighter, it's a lot more breathable, and it's still just as form-fitting, while technically, I reckon, being more protective on the areas where it actually has the plate stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. The protective layer is pretty equivalent. We did manage to stub through the carbon fiber
We were
thing,
using
but
like monster stuff, and we can get through mail pretty easy.
It's a struggle still.
With full-size weapons, which was a one-to-one, we were getting through the mail easier.
In normal, like, someone tries to stab you with a pocket knife level,
good luck.
They're not going to get through chain.
Either of them, probably,
I, for protection, prefer this over the carbon fiber stab-proof jackets. The fact that it protects the sides and the top of the, not all, but, actually, let me show you, right? So the protected layer of the chainmail starts here and ends here. So I've got that much protection over my shoulder. And you can see it when I'm not wearing the shirt over top. We've got B-roll.
Maybe I'm just biased.
I want you to wear this. I reckon this will surprise you. I reckon it will surprise Tyranth. I will convert him.
I just have never had a good experience wearing mail. It's always been terrible. So I'm a little biased here.
The weight is fatiguing me. I'm feeling a little more tired just wearing it. Like it's the weight on my chest.
The weight of this is very comparable to this. And this is no worries at all.
So I think you'll be fine.
I think it'll be fine. It's usually with full Hallbergs where I'm just like, this sucks. You got to put the belt on, it's the whole thing.
Because this will be personal preference. I can get breathing trouble, right, because of chronic fatigue, and that's why I got custom-made a foam Brigandine so I can wear it for longer, because the weight of armor has always been a very fatiguing issue for me. And so that's kind of coming back, because this is a comparable weight to a metal Brigandine, but for someone who's accustomed to the weight, I reckon you might like this more than me. I want you to try it.
I still reckon I'll like the carbon fiber one more, because I really liked it. It's very light. It's bloody weightless.
That is the benefit of the carbon fiber.
It's still really protective.
It is light.
It's just those bloody gaps that is a trade-off, but I'm aware of those things. So that's why I make the informed decision that I prefer that. But I reckon for average people, that's better.
I think for proof of concept, actually getting a chain shirt and testing it out, this is won me over. This is not only protective, because we've already tested that, but in possibility to wear casually, brilliant. Actually really good. I think this has an advantage in the fact that it's under the shirt and not a jacket. Because there are times when a jacket, it's too warm. You want something, you want that heat off your arms, and you want to kind of, just cool down a bit. This is perfectly viable still.
Yeah.
In fact, you can't even tell I'm wearing it.
No.
Like the casual thing is though, if someone comes and pats you, they're going to be like, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
You can feel like...
Yeah, like obviously you can feel it. It's male, but that doesn't feel as bad as I thought it would. So somebody would be like, oh, you've got like something on, but I don't even think the average person would know what that is.
Really? You probably...
They would probably just be like, that's kind of a weird thing. Is he wearing like a sports thing or something? They would not know.
Because it's got a weird texture when you put your arms right, and because it's cloth, you're not feeling metal. It actually feels like it was made out of some type of plastic.
It feels weird. Yeah. The one biggest caveat that we probably have to mention is how this actually fits you. That fits you perfectly, like absolutely bang on, and that's really important because if male is too big for you, it's gonna
saggy, and then it pulls on the shoulders more because this hugs me so nicely. The weight is a bit more distributed. It also does. It isn't too long.
It's not long either. Usually it's going to come down to like here, right? This is actually like
right there,
like a shirt
length. Perfect
so
shirt length.
I think the hardest part is finding that. Finding one to fit you perfectly is going to probably be difficult.
I did have to look quite a bit, but I found the right one from All Best Stuff or something. Again, link in the description. And it's their vest. It's the chain. It's the riveted chain shirt or riveted chain vest. And get the measurement of your chest. Find one that has it. And it gives like a X width to X width, and I'm on the kind of the lower end of it, and so it's the tighter fit for me. And I can't. Oh, we should actually mention. This did need some modification to be wearable. When I first put this on, right, I couldn't get my arms through the arm slots here.
I grabbed a pair of pliers and busted 2 links on each side. Like it was
and it made
very
it
easy,
fit. Very easy modification. Anyone can do it.
Like I said, you finding one to fit you perfectly is going to be the hardest part of all of this. So,
but busting a few links to make it fit this well, not an issue at all. But it should be mentioned. That's the last thing. There we go. Like it's a viable thing, and if you live in a high crime area, this is no joke. If you're going to go out of your way to wear a stab-proof jacket, right? I think that is just as much of what people might say is a bit conspiratorial, a bit paranoid. I don't think so. Yeah. Protect yourself, right? And so, what do you guys think? Would this be something that you would do? In actual fact, first, that's the question. Would you wear some type of actual armor that is seamless and you wouldn't be able to tell? Because this is completely seamless. Like it looks like normal clothing. And then, if you were to go that far, what would you pick? Chainmail, like a chainmail vest I'm wearing, Gambison, or a stab-proof jacket. Out of those,
I know it's hard for you guys because like you obviously don't have all of them, so you can pick them up and go, I like this one more than that one. I think for most people, something like that would be perfectly fine. I think they would like that. I just personally prefer the carbon fiber stuff, at least the vest thing so far.
Let us know what you think. And why don't you go watch that other video where we actually introduce this idea about is Gambison even effective? Because we test out Gambison in that video to show you how effective it is as a viable option. Video's right there. Thank you for watching. Cheers, guys.